Let's start a segment that I'm very excited for.
Oh, was this it?
This is Hippo Story
Oh,
Time
man, yay.
with Andreas Exertus.
I'm the mother hippo.
Can you explain this to me?
Well, you got to read that article.
Okay, wait. Which article?
The Taharet. But you can go through the one you want first.
Wait, which one?
Taharet. That one.
This one?
Yeah.
Should I just bring up the
pull it
Wikipedia
up.
here?
Yeah.
Taharet.
Yeah. And there's other ways that they pronounce that. I think it's like Thoth even. Or
In ancient Egyptian religion, Taharet, and there's a bunch of different versions of it, is the protective ancient Egyptian goddess of childbirth and fertility. The name Taharet means she who is great, or simply great one, a common pacificatory address to dangerous deities. The deity is typically depicted as a bipedal female hippopotamus with female attributes, pendulous female human breasts, and the limbs and paws of a lion, and the back and tail of a Nile crocodile. She commonly bears the epithet Lady of Heaven, Mistress of the Horizon, she who removes water, Mistress of pure water, and Lady of the birth house. So wait.
So she's the mother of the sun.
Hold on. So you're telling me you identify as all of these things?
I'm Californian. I can if I want to.
He did say he is from California.
Yeah, I have a driver's license to prove it. No green card. But so...
Well, you could just identify as a Californian. Doesn't that work too?
I don't know. Probably. At this point, I think we're at that level where we just... Oh, gosh.
I identify as a Californian.
Well, the sun goddess, right? That in Amun-Re is the mother of Amun-Re is Taharet. So if you go back below, so in Luciferianism,
well, technically all of them are, and she's the mother of everything.
That's right,
because she's the protector of childbirth.
Yeah. So Luciferianism is where you see the Enlightenment movement. And the
whoa, wait, hold on.
I swear it connects. Rosicrucians.
Now, Luciferianism.
Yeah.
Isn't that Satanism?
Sort of. Yeah.
So wait, why are we talking about this now?
Well, okay, here we go.
Oh my goodness.
So people look at God and they say God is light, right?
Okay.
And there are these churches with light everywhere.
Sure.
Well, light is Lucifer, right? Light is because at one point the goddess, which is the darkness, the womb, the matrices, the matrix out of the womb said, "Let there be light," and so light is the separation.
Okay.
So before the moon and before the sun and before is the darkness is Taharet. So Taharet is the true Saturn.
So Taharet is Lucifer.
No. The sun is Lucifer. Right?
So Taharet
gave
birth to Lucifer.
Yeah, when God created Lucifer. That's kind of and that myth plays out in every culture. Lucifer's not first. And then so the first thing, though, is this feminine thing that things come out of. And then the Greeks and the Romans have flipped it. So you have Zeus and you have Cronus. That's Jupiter and Saturn, right? So Saturn, out of the stomach, they cut out the babies. It's clearly been masculinized. You need to look at the feminine origin of Saturn to see that was a womb, and that the gods were burst out of the womb from a cesarean. And so Taharet, yeah. And then the sweet divine nectar of her milk, right? Because she's breastfeeding, which also separates us from the reptilians, because to breastfeed is a
wait.
thing.
Now we're talking about reptilians.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a lot to break down with what you just said.
Egyptian gods are based on animals. You've seen that?
Yes, I know that.
Okay.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, when I was talking about hippopotamus story time, I was like talking actual real life hippos today.
Let's do it. There's also some of that going on still. Thank God they still have hippos.
Yeah,
right?
Goodness. I mean, so this is the tweet that started it all. Okay, I saw him tweet this out, and I'm like, imagine a hippopotamus with your hippocampus. And I was like, that's funny. And then it's what is this? Hypognosis? Hypnognosis.
Yeah. So it has to
This thing is freaking cute.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's also could kill you.
And case in point, if you scroll down just a little bit, in 2005, a South African man, Marius Els, adopted a baby hippo after rescuing it from a river. 6 years later, after years of bonding between the two, the hippo dragged him into that same river and ate him. This is a true story.
And people think they're vegetarians.
That's a true story.
Yeah.
I mean, they do eat.
They eat 50, 60 kilos of grass a day.
Lot. Yeah, they eat a lot. I mean,
but they can eat meat.
This guy is cute. Look at him. Look at this. Look at this cutie.
Yeah.
There's no doubt that he actually kind of looks mean right there.
He'll evolve into a killer.
He's like, I'll eat you, man. Don't look at me that way. He's like, all right, I'm cute, but I'll kill you.
Yeah.
Case in point, he actually did the Hippocratic Oath.
Yeah. So
do no harm.
I'm going.
do no harm?
I'm going full hippo right now. Okay. Because like you remember we're talking about Real Geniuses with Val Kilmer.
Yeah.
That's where the I'm a gorilla thing really comes from. When we were talking to Alex, I was like, "Have you seen Real Geniuses?" Because we had the laser.
Yeah.
But I was like, okay, what comes next after gorilla is clearly hippo. And if you look at Ubuntu, like the Linux operating system, they do like an animal worship every season. Right now, they just switched from gorilla to hippo. So I'm like, okay, it's a sign. So we have to look into hippo.
Wait, did you basically make that happen? Did you manifest that?
I don't take credit for things like that.
I'm going to give you credit for these things, though.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I like to think so, but I don't know.
Well,
I mean,
from that mushroom video that I watched, though, it's like we're really actually close to mushrooms.
oh yeah, we are Opisthoconta. We're a
It's
metazoa family.
It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, I mean,
Yo, you know what it reminds me of? Our nervous system.
Mm-hmm.
The image of just our nervous system by
that is a
itself.
giant mushroom mycelial net.
Finally, I mean, it feels like it, right?
Yeah. And
Okay.
if you think about the gut
okay, we're
fauna,
talking
it's
about
exciting.
hippos. I'm sorry, we're talking about hippos.
It's fair, but hippo.
it kinda
there's
is cool.
Hippo is a hashtag. There's so much more to the idea, like the Hippocratic Oath.
Yeah.
Hippocrates, like who was
Hypocrites.
Yeah, hypocrites. Like in all of these ideas, also hypnosis. Hypnosis comes from Taharet through Hippocrates as well. So like the word hippo is like a Greek word that's transplanted on top of pata.
What does it mean? Hippo.
I don't know. I think it has. We should look it up if you can.
I'm doing it.
But it comes from Hippocrates. And Hippocrates was a sophist. He was a philosopher. Back then, philosophers would come to a town. You get two philosophers and be like, "We're having this argument. Have them fight it." And then they would flip a coin, and they would both take a side, and then they would professionally argue something for people. And,
Okay. Basically, what I've seen is it's short for hippopotamus.
Oh no, a recursive. How dare they?
I don't think.
Next time use etymology.com.
There is an ancient city in northern Africa, south of modern Annaba, Algeria, chief town of Numibia.
Okay.
Numidia.
Okay.
So that's actually a geographical name.
That could make sense. So the thing is, the word hippo and
Yeah.
like hyper are connected, and hyper means beyond. It's
Okay.
kind of like meta, and that has to do with like the mother is beyond the family. Like this is where everything comes from. It has a lot to do with origin, and the progenesis. And so the hippo is the thing that will create the young, manifest it, protect her young, to the point of like viciousness. And but I think the hippo is a great. It's a great spirit animal.
I mean, they're freaking vicious.
Yeah.
Look at this.
But they're full of love.
Hippo bites and tramples elderly man to death as he herds cattle.
He just got up and ran out and just.
It's a really sad story. It's basically this 81-year-old man is with his grandson, and they're herding these cattle, and he just charges out of the brush, and just freaking bites his leg.
Surprised how
so
fast
he couldn't run,
Yeah.
and then tramples the dude to death. And the kid ran to the town to try to get some help, and by the time they get back, he was dead.
You could blame, like they live with crocodiles. It could be that they have.
It's true.
It's just rough out there.
Yo, if you're gonna come at me, I'm gonna take you out first.
It could be the
It's
thing.
me or you, and I ain't going anywhere.
But for whatever reason, my dad was always like, "Don't worry too much about crocodiles and alligators. Alligators are sleepy. Crocodiles aren't even near here. And if you ever see a hippo, run. They are terrifying." And I was like, "Really?" I mean, like 4 years old. He's like, "Oh yeah, hippos." So I mean,
I kind of agree.
Yeah.
Every single,
not wrong.
Like National Geographic, any sort of documentary on Africa, whenever I saw a hippo, they're like, and hippos are really amazing animals, but don't go near them.
No,
and
yeah.
they're very vicious, and they'll kill you. And I'm
Yeah.
like, oh my goodness.
when you think of hippos yawning, they're not bored. They're running. They're ready to, like that is like them showing off.
Wait, how'd that go?
I think that's what it looks like.
All right, that's great.
That was terrifying.
Can I get that as an emote in my Discord?
Oh no.
That's gonna be a thing. That just happened.
That's more of a beaver growl.
Hippozertus. Hipzertus.
All right, I'll take it.
Exhibbo. I don't know.
Exhippo?
Yeah, maybe.
That sounds like some sort of Italian clown from the 16th century.
Or a very fancy lighter.
Oh yeah, I can see that too. All right.
Okay,
right.
check this story out. Man swallowed by hippo
Oh yeah.
lives to write about it.
This is the one. I feel
This
guy.
is insane. And I'm gonna read this whole thing. Let's see. Paul Templar claims he was swallowed by a hippo while leading a kayak tour down the Zambezi River. The hippo attack happened 17 years ago, but this week Templar recounted the horrifying tale to The Guardian. Templar was a 27-year-old river guide who led tours down the Zambezi in Zimbabwe many times and had weathered several of what he considered half-hearted attacks by a certain territorial male hippo. These half-hearted attacks gave Templar no clue as to the potential viciousness of the bull who attacked one day, apparently out of the blue. The vicious assault killed an apprentice guide before turning on Templar, who had approached to try to help his coworker. There was no transition at all, no sense of approaching danger. It was as if I was suddenly gone blind and deaf, Templar recalled in The Guardian. Templar didn't immediately understand what had happened to him, though. He said, I was aware that my legs were surrounded by water, but my top half almost seemed dry. I seemed to be trapped in something slimy. There was a terrible sulfuric smell, like rotten eggs, and a tremendous pressure against my chest. My arms were trapped, but I managed to free one hand and fell around. My palm passed through the wiry bristles of the hippo's snout. It was only then I realized I was underwater, trapped up to my waist in his mouth.
I mean, whoa.
That's crazy. Templar was able to wriggle free, but the hippo attacked again, dragging him back underwater. Templar doesn't know how long he was under. Time passes very slowly when you're in a hippo's mouth.
This is a fact.
Apparently.
Can confirm. I'm Hippo's mother.
I'm sorry, you can confirm this?
I'm the mother of all hippos.
Oh, right. You're the mother of all hippos, right. So before the hippo spat him out again, Templar was able to make his way to the surface where his co-worker awaited. Templar suffered close to 40 punctured wounds in the attack. Some of the bite marks were so deep his lung was exposed. His arm was crushed and eventually amputated.
Oh, no.
After he recovered from the injuries, Templar bravely returned to his job
What else is
as
he
a
gonna
guide on the river. Mad lad Chad.
That's pretty Chad. I was gonna say.
That's some Chad
But
move right
what's
there.
he gonna do? Well, he's not playing baseball anymore.
Well, he's not like he can row very easily.
Done with the well, they have those gas boats.
Oh,
the
is that
thing.
what they are? Okay.
I don't
all
know.
right.
I wasn't there.
I mean,
that day.
jeez.
No, I don't want to say this is some weird metaphor from The Secret Sun. But you look at the Time magazine talking about a guy named Templar inside of the mother of all hippos. And it seems kind of metaphorical to me.
What are they trying to say there, Andreas?
I don't even. You know what? You guys go start a research group on it. Draw some red lines to some newspaper articles. I don't know.
We should figure this out. We should really get to the nitty gritty of this and really find out what does it mean.
He lost his arm. That's like a Full Metal Alchemist thing. You know, you lose your arm and leg to get what you want.
I've never actually seen that, but I hear good things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. We went down a crazy anime rabbit hole.
It's true.
Not even I wasn't even doing it. We were just kind of referencing it a little bit a couple weeks back, and the chat went nuts.
Oh yeah.
As far as
Are they pro or anti? They like
very, very into anime.
Dude, so Full Metal Alchemist, there's 2 series, and you got to watch them both. And it's all about creating the Philosopher's Stone out of sacrifices. So you kill enough people to make something that makes you immortal. And there's a kid who trying to get his dead mother back, has to toss his arm and his leg into the fire. And actually, he loses his arm, his leg, and his brother's whole body. And his brother ends up in a Ghost in a Shell, living in armor. And I don't want to give anything away.
I have seen that.
Yeah.
I mean, I know a little bit about
Right,
it.
yeah.
So,
But
I didn't even know that part.
But
of it.
like, and then in terms of like lost history, like that Tartaria like origin story, look into it. It's all in Full Metal. I don't know, that lady who makes it's good. Also Chobits, they're completely unrelated, but I love that anime as well.
What's Chobits?
I don't know if your audience needs to know about that.
Well, there you have it, and that is Hippo Story Time with Andreas here on the Krigler Show.
The point is, look into hippos because they're gonna look into you.
And if you see one,
run.
Get your butt
out.
somewhere else. All right, that's our tips, our helpful hippo tips. Here with Adam Krigler and Andreas Exertus.
Good to be here with you.
Thank you, Andreas, for joining me. And if you haven't smashed the like button, please do. Please subscribe, and also go subscribe to this guy because his channel. He goes way down the rabbit hole.
Help me escape.
I feel like on this show, I stand with you and you hold my hand as we peer into the freaking rabbit hole.
I'm like, don't fall in, but
you're like, but look down there.
Look down there.
Look
Do you
what's
see
in that rabbit hole.
Yeah.
I can tell you more, but we'll have to jump in.
Do you hear that
And I'm
person
like, I'm
yelling
good.
help from
I'm
inside
like,
the hippo?
I'm good. No, it's pretty muffled.
Yeah.
And
you could have been like Ace Ventura coming out of the rhino. Life could have been worse.
I was thinking about actually getting that. I don't know.
Yeah.
And I was like, I think I'm good. I think people have seen that. You guys have seen that.
You're going to
Ace
get
Ventura.
refaced as Ace Ventura coming out of the rhino. That's going to happen. I'm sorry. I'll send it to you personally. Don't worry.
And I'll post it. You know what? That's going to be the thumbnail clip of the hippo story time.
Yes.
And the hippo's face will... No, it's a rhino.
Yeah, but you don't know from the back.
That's a good point. They're the same, right?
Rhinos don't even exist anymore, man. They're mythical.
No, they exist,
Aren't
but
they extinct? Didn't we lose the last one?
not 100%.
Oh, I hope
not
they-
all of it.
I
I think maybe like the white rhino, like a specific species.
I hope we have a couple left because it's like pretty soon people are going to be like, hippos? Pfft, you're making stuff up, Dad.
Rhinos? There's
Rhinos? No way.
Something that has leathery skin and a horn. That's a
Fat
unicorn.
unicorn? What is obese unicorn? Get rid of this.
Fat, scaly unicorn? Come on.
real.
What is this? No,
Yeah.
dinosaurs are dead.